Hey guys, so today I am going to be doing day 5 of writing, and I'm going to change it up a bit just to make it a little bit more relevant to what's going on right now with the outdoors. So today we're going to use this paper for day 5, and we are going to be writing about clouds since there are so many. And I love going outside and just seeing all of the different clouds, and some of them start to take shape and form. And I'll be like, oh, that one looks kind of like a fish, or that one looks like a horse. So I wanted to do today's writing on clouds. So you can start by going outside and just taking a look at them and seeing what they look like, how they move, what kind of shapes they are, and seeing if they transform into something interesting for you. So I'm going to zoom in on my paper so that you can see better. And you can do this in pencil, you can do this in crayon to make it fun, you can do this with marker. So I'm going to do it with crayon so that you can see really good. Okay? So we're going to start at the very top with clouds. Clouds. Here we go. L. Ow. D. Clouds. And then we are going to, we are going to be drawing our line right under it like we always do. Clouds. And we are going to set it up for 2 sentences. So we're going to draw a little line here and a little line here. Now, because our topic is clouds with an S at the end, that means we're talking about a lot of them. So we are going to put clouds are. Do you remember how to spell are? It's one of our sight words. And this is a very important sight word because we can't sound it out. We can't say a, e, are. Clouds are. We don't do that. So that's why we have to memorize it. Okay, so we have clouds are. And let's think. There are so many things that we can write for clouds are. Clouds are big. Clouds are white. Clouds are up in the sky. So there are a bunch of different ones that we can use. But today I'm going to do clouds are white. And white was one of our colors, our color words. I. And you don't have to use my word. You can use whatever word you want. Clouds are white. Okay. Now, I'm going to do a different word that we've never done over here. We've done taste before. We have have or can. Okay, but today I am going to write clouds move. M, oo, v, move. Because I want you to look at the clouds and think about how they move. How do they move? Do they move fast? Do they move slow? Do they move like out of order and they go up and down, up and down, up and down? Do they move straight? So I want you to think about how they move. And if you come up with your own word and it's different than mine, feel free to go ahead and write your word on there. Definitely sound it out. But I'm looking out my window right now, and I'm looking at the clouds, and I see that they move slow. So I'm going to write slow for my word. S, L, O, slow. Okay. Clouds move slow. Just like our slide, when we go to the park or at school, we start at the top of the slide and we slide to the middle of the slide and the bottom of the slide. So take any crayon you want. I think I'm going to do green. And you are going to circle the very first sentence. Now, I'm going to do both sentences today, okay? So I'm going to start with this one. Clouds are white. And I'm going to circle the whole thing. And this just helps my brain remember that my slide has 3 words and they have to stay in that sequence, in that order. Otherwise, my sentence doesn't make sense. If I were to write clouds white are, that doesn't make sense. You don't say clouds white are. You say clouds are white. So now that we circled it and my brain can see the order, now I can go ahead and start writing it. I'm just going to copy it just like we wrote at the top. Clouds Don't forget to do your finger space. What's my next word? Are. And I am just copying it in case I forget. Clouds are white. Whew, I think I left just enough space for that. Finger space and then white. Okay. And then what goes at the end of your sentence? Yeah, a period. And we are going to take our red crayon and circle it. This tells the reader to stop. That is the very end of our sentence. And we're going to go backwards to the very beginning. And we are going to take our green crayon and underline it. This is where the reader starts reading. Go. You go and you stop. And it's also a reminder that our sentence always, always, always begins with a capital letter. So did I do a good job? Is this a capital C? All right, good. Now I'm going to move on to the next sentence. Clouds move slow. And I'm going to take a different colored crayon and don't forget to circle clouds, because if you just circle move slow, your brain is going to not even think about writing the word clouds. And we have to start it with clouds. That's what we're talking about. Otherwise, if you just put move slow, you could be talking about a turtle. A turtle moves slow. You could be talking about a starfish. Lots of things move slow. A snail. We won't know. Okay, so take your pointer finger with me, or your flashlight finger, like in reading, and start at the top. Point to the top word. Clouds move slow, just like our slide. Okay, so what's the very first word you're going to write? Yep, clouds. So here we go. Clouds I'm going to move this just a little bit more so you can see it. Okay, what's the next word? Move. So don't forget your finger space. Move. Move. Can you see that? And the last word, slow. Okay. Let's scoot this back so it's not so dark. I had to write a little bit smaller, boys and girls, to make sure that it fit there. Okay, now what goes at the end of my sentence? Always, 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 a period. So go ahead and take your red and circle it. That tells the reader that's the end of your sentence to stop. And let's go backwards. We take our green. That's the beginning of my sentence, and it tells the reader to go. And it's also a reminder that our sentence has to begin with a capital letter. Now, I am so glad I did that, boys and girls. Look at that. I totally forgot. Now, if you did this in pencil, you can erase it and make a capital C. I didn't, but I'm not going to get upset or cry or anything. I'm just going to put an X right there, cross it out, and right over it, make a capital C. See? There you go. Because what happens when you make a mistake? Yeah, your brain grows another arm. It's learning. So mistakes are good. Now, let's go back to our writing. It says clouds are white, clouds move slow. So now we have to illustrate, and our illustration has to match our writing. I can't just draw a picture of me playing with bubbles because I'm not writing about bubbles. It's about clouds. So I am going to take my blue crayon. I know clouds are white, but I'm going to take my blue crayon and draw some clouds maybe. Lots of clouds. Maybe there's another like little baby cloud. Sometimes we see little baby clouds. Okay. And the grass is still green and beautiful. Okay. And as I'm looking outside, the sun is still out. I think I'm going to put my sun right here in the middle of these two clouds. Okay. And it's shining. Ooh, maybe there's like this beautiful little butterfly over here that's flying. Okay, maybe it's flying because it's so nice outside. And maybe there's some pretty flowers over here because things are blooming. We just got a little bit of rain, and so things are blooming. Some pretty little flowers over here. Maybe this one's in front of the other one. And I have two different shades of green. And great illustrators love using different shades of green. So my grass is one color, and maybe my stems to these flowers are a little bit of the other. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to take my blue crayon and I am going to very lightly color the background, the sky, the beautiful blue sky. Even though there are clouds, the sun is shining, the rays are peeking through the clouds. It's so nice. It's not hot. It's a beautiful day to be outside, boys and girls, and to feel those warm rays of sunshine on your face. Yep, and I'm going to go around my writing. I am thinking about all those tiny little details back here. Okay. There we go. Now, did we write our opinion today? Is this like, I like clouds, or clouds are my favorite in the whole wide world? No, not today. Today we just gave information. We wrote about how clouds are white and clouds are slow. So when we give people information, that's our writing standard W.K.2. So I am going to be a superstar. Maybe write it up here. W.K.2. And when people say, what does that mean? What does W.K.2 mean? I'm going to circle it. Ding, ding, ding. You can say, well, I wrote information about clouds today. That's what W.K.2 means. So, I hope you enjoyed our lesson today using our paper from day 5 of our independent learning packet. And I really love how we changed it to something that we can do right now. And I hope that you add lots of great details on your illustration. And if you're a superstar and you want to write a third sentence, you can always add another little, here's another tip for you superstars, another little stick down here, and you can definitely, you have the room to fit in a third sentence. So that's for you awesome superstars out there. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you go outside and enjoy the beautiful day and look at all the clouds and see what they transform into. Bye, guys.